if you're running your own business, you are going to come across times when people don't understand what it is that you do. And oftentimes these people can be friends and family, people that are close to us that we want to be supportive of us. We want them to understand and we want them to think well of us. I know it's really hard for a lot of people in my life to understand who I am and what I do, and they just don't think I have a real job. Even though I've done some really cool things in life. Over a decade, I've been featured on multiple national news networks and speak on stages across the country and all of the things, but they don't see that as a real job or a real career. And I'm frequently told to go get a real job. And if you've ever been in that position, you know that is not a fun place to be. In fact, I just got off of a phone call with somebody very close to me who is of the older generation, who doesn't understand any of the Web3, crypto, online, social media things that I do. And so when they ask about my work, I just say it's going well. I'm doing some cool things. I mentioned I was speaking on stages and appearing in really cool places, and it didn't really register with them. So in order to connect, I said, oh, well, I just signed a brand deal with a national, or I guess international, I don't really know, network, a TV network promoting their new movie next month. And because they watch a lot of TV, that clicked with them. And their response was, oh, you're finally starting to get somewhere. Now, I've been running my businesses for over a decade. I've appeared on national news networks. I've spoken on stages across the country. I've done some incredible things, but for them, it doesn't mean anything. I don't have a traditional job, so it's not something that matters to them. And I know that as entrepreneurs, that can be really painful, especially if our friends and our family don't understand what we're doing and where we're coming from. And they say things like, go get a real job and all of those things. If that's you, go ahead and drop that down in the comments below, because I want to be here to support you. I get it. But there are a couple of things we have to keep in mind when we're faced with those situations. So when we have friends and family come to us and tell us to get a real job, or that they don't understand what we're doing, or they assume that we're less than the rest of our relatives because the other relatives have the traditional life and we don't, that can be really difficult. And we have to understand that they're just not going to get it. The person I was talking to today is never going to understand the impact that I'm making on the world, on social media, on the internet, on the technology you use in your hands every day that I have helped to shape. They're just not going to be able to comprehend that. And so they're going to be looking at these things through their worldview. And we can't allow that to really negate what we're doing or to hold us back. It hurts. I know that it hurts, but it means that we are going to have to take steps to fortify ourselves against this. Let your family and friends be your family and friends. They can support you on that family and friend level, but they don't have to understand what you're doing. I say a lot that we as entrepreneurs have changed the social contract with them because we have changed who we are and how we do things, and we do things differently. They're not going to get it, and we can't expect them to understand that or to support us in the ways that we want to be supported. And we're changing that social contract from mom and daughter, from granddaughter and grandmother, from best friend to best friend, but not like you're buying all of my things best friend. You got to make sure that you understand they get to stay where they're at. You're the one changing, not them. They don't understand, and we can't put those expectations onto them because that puts stress on the relationship. So we then have to form our own group of people. We need people who understand us and what we do. Just because my relatives don't understand what I do and they don't think very highly of what I do does not mean I am not impacting the entire world. So in order to deal with all of that, I form a group of people around me who are on the same level. I always make sure I have people who are at my level and higher. I do not necessarily want to surround myself with people who are trying to get to where I am. Those people have not walked the path yet. They don't understand. They haven't gotten there yet. They are not in a position to then build me up. They are in a position to learn from me. So I always keep people who are trying to walk that path around me so that I can help them and I can bring them to where they need to go and I can support them in the way that they need that I didn't have. And I look for people in my community that I can be watching. Now, I talk a lot about this on the channel, but one of the big things is that you don't always necessarily have to have it as an immediate friend group. A lot of people think, well, I don't have a friend to talk about crypto with, so I just don't have anybody. That's not the case. You can go make friends, of course, you can build that social group, but you don't have to have community in a way that you are talking directly to them. Frequently, I am on some of my former mentors' podcasts. So I've got a lot of people in the industry that I watched and I learned from and I grew because of when I first started out my career. And I have well surpassed what they teach now. They still teach on a lower level for those people who are getting into the industry, and I'm beyond that now. But I still continue to hang out with them because these people are smart. They have good ideas. They've walked the path before before, and I soak up their vibes. So I'm forming community for myself without them actually being there. I do not have to have a personalized conversation with some of these really cool entrepreneurs in order to have that community and that fellowship with them. So as somebody who has walked the path the hard way, my recommendations to you are to form that community, to find friends that you can actively talk to be friendly with people that you can kind of chat with and kind of collaborate with, but not on a daily level, and then to find mentors that you can be working with on a non-in-person level that you can just learn and benefit from. Get involved in the communities, in Facebook groups, in podcasts, in conventions. Be active and engaged and having conversations, even if those people are not people you're going to be seeing every single minute of every single day. In fact, the people I talk to on a daily level tend not to be those higher level people just because I don't have those connections and I haven't made those friendships. But the community that I spend my time in is the one that's a little bit more elevated so that I can be on that same level and I can be resonating with those people and learning from them and educating them and all of these things. So it's really, really important, even if you don't have access to a direct conversational relationship with somebody, that you are building up this community for yourself to get to that point. I have been listening to so many podcasts and live streams lately because I'm one of those people that soaks up a lot of information from people, and I really pull in their vibes. So if people are fast talking, really energetic and excited about things, I am really fast paced and talking really energetically, and I am excited about things. And if I'm dealing with people who are just moping around all the time and not doing things and they're not inspired, it makes it harder for me to do that work, my own work, the work that I am very fast-paced about. So I'm very careful about the people I spend time with. And if my friends and family don't understand what I'm doing and they're not supporting me in a way that moves me forward, then I spend less time with them, and that's not a bad thing. I just make sure I need to separate myself from those conversations. So I allow my family, my relatives to be my family and relatives, and I'll see them when it's family and relative time. But outside of that, I am spending my time in the world in which I am growing, I am elevating myself, and I am doing really cool things in. So if you do not have a community around you right now, you can build it. But also you can create that community without having to be in person with all of these people until you have the opportunity to build that community in person for you. So we're always actively working toward a community that understands us, that is in our space, and that gets us. Your best friend, who may be an entrepreneur too, is not going to get what you do if you're not in the same space. Your sister's not going to get it. Your grandma's not going to get it. Your mom's not going to get it. Your dad's not going to get it unless they're in that space and they've walked that path too. We cannot put the expectations of them having to learn this brand new world, understand it on the level we do, and then understand what we do. We can't expect them to do that. They're not going to do that. That's going to put a strain on the relationship. So allow them to do what they do. Do not take their thoughts and feelings personally. It's not about you. It's about their past experiences speaking into what you're doing, and we don't listen to that kind of conversation. And you have to take the initiative to create that community around yourself so you can build yourself up, so that you can do all the really good things and continue to grow in a way that bears fruit inside of your life. You want to make sure that you're actively moving forward. So if somebody is not moving you forward, allow them to sit on the back burner. You don't have to discard them, but allow it to be on the back burner so you can move forward with the things that will push you forward to be a better, stronger entrepreneur. If you've got questions on this, or you want to talk about this, go ahead and drop those down below. We're dropping brand new videos daily on the YouTube channel, and we're doing live streams on YouTube and here on Instagram as well. I want to make sure that we are supporting you the best way possible. So if you have questions or comments on how to level up on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, live streaming, or the tools and resources you need to create more money in your business while you're not on social media, you're over there running your life and living your best business dreams out, we want to make sure that we're here to support you. So go ahead and drop those down below. Now, if you felt like this, let me know. I will cheerlead you. I will be friends with you. I will help to support you even if I'm outside of your industry so that we can all grow and collaborate together. I hope you all have a great day and see you in the next episode.